Since our origin as a church plant in 1955, there have been many defining moments in Rainier View's history, and most of them have been centered around the kind of exponential steps forward that a unified all-church effort can bring. Over the decades, Rainier View has regularly come together sacrificially to step out in faith and trust God for a new direction. We are in the middle of one of those turning points right now. Jesus said in Luke 10:27, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself." We want to follow Jesus' call in all those areas. We truly have some unprecedented opportunities around the vision and direction that God has for us. But a vision without resources is just a dream. All In is a discipleship initiative with a distinct emphasis on and a call to commitment in the area of generosity. We are almost 1 year into this initiative, and the momentum and unity we've been experiencing is pervasive. This journey that we're taking together at its core is about discipleship. We are leaning hard into the foundational rhythms of following Jesus: daily devotions, prayer, serving, engaging in community through small groups, breaking strongholds of materialism, sharing our story in our neighborhoods, in Pierce County, and globally. But at every turn, embedded in each rhythm, has been a call to generosity. The primary goal of this initiative continues to be 100% engagement and participation of everyone who calls Rainier View their church home. We are on a journey of discipleship that is stretching and growing us in new ways. Like I said, we are 1 year into this initiative and God is really moving. And we want to invite all of you to participate fully in finishing the second year of All In a strong and sacrificial way. As we are learning how to be more and more generous in all areas of our lives, the transformation that happens within us is far more important than what our giving provides. However, as God shapes us through our sacrificial generosity, He's providing resources for crucial ministry to happen in 4 critical areas: facilities and maintenance, core ministries, global and local partnerships, and debt reduction.
We've taken the time to consider the best way to care for our 2 physical campuses, which support so many ministries and opportunities for others to grow in their faith or be served. Most important of those being our Sunday morning worship services that are both equipping the spiritually maturing and engaging the spiritually curious. But a building is a resource that has to be cared for. So we've updated the Graham lobby after 13 years to get started on having an updated and inviting space, in particular for new people. We've replaced a badly aging and leaking roof at the parking campus right before total collapse. Just kidding, sort of. Also, we've taken some mostly behind the scenes work to enhance security at both campuses. It is a basic necessity to ensure the safety of both our staff during the week, as well as everyone on our church campuses.
Another one of our goals for All In was to fully fund our vital ministries and provide the foundation for our church's future. Especially pressing was the need to staff for and invest in the next generation to continue our commitment to the children, students, and families of Rainier View Christian Church. Thanks to your generosity over the last year, we've been able to hire Melinda Rossi as our Parkland Kids Pastor, Jada Farmer as our Parkland Students Pastor, and Amanda Cady as our Parkland Campus Administrator. Moreover, for the upcoming fiscal year, we have been able to double our operating budget for both RVCC kids and students programming across both campuses.
We're committed to tithing on what comes in from our All In initiative, giving 10% outside of the direct ministries of RVCC as an act of faith and trust. 2 ways our increased generosity is fueling big kingdom impact work is both globally in Kenya and locally right here in Tacoma. You may know that in the summer of 2022, we had a big emphasis on our global partner, Missions of Hope International, or MOHI. Through that emphasis, we saw the outpouring of the hearts of our people to break cycles of generational poverty and hopelessness. In Lesser Dome, a very arid and drought-stricken region of northern Kenya, girls were still given up by their families in marriage at the ages of 10, 11, and 12 in order to get a dowry of livestock to provide for the family. The families of this region heard about the work of MOHI, providing schools, churches, healthcare, and more to offer a different future for their children, and asked for MOHI to establish a school for them. MOHI responded, and hundreds of children now have an option for a different future. But a severe storm knocked over all the school structures and buildings soon after opening the school. and the people were scared to go back into the traditional tin metal wall structures. And so Mohi asked who would be willing to respond to help establish a permanent brick structure for the school site. And we responded by giving $30,000 to date to meet this urgent and incredibly impactful need. And the opportunity has allowed for the first classroom building to already be built and established. More buildings are needed, including a kitchen and staff housing that are not grass and stick huts.
As a church, we believe one of the best practices for stewardship is to reduce debt to free up resources for all other areas of ministry. Because of this generosity initiative, the expected increase in giving and your commitment to RVCC, our leadership was able to make the decision to pay off the mortgage for the Parkland building. As a result, we have been able to reduce our monthly expenses and put ourselves in a position to fully fund the best versions of our kids and student ministries, outreach and service to our community, and discipleship for Rainier View families. This looks like VBS, summer camps, the work we do locally, the work we do abroad, and so many other ways we show up for our communities and cities to make an unignorable difference.
Imagine the impact of a fully funded and resourced, unified, committed, and all-in together local church, making an unignorable difference in Pierce County. We want to invite you to be a part of that vision. So what are our next steps? First, will you commit to being here every Sunday morning during the 6 weeks of our Committed series on Sunday, May 5th to Sunday, June 9th? Second, will you join a small group where we will make friends, engage in community, and take a deeper look at our Sunday messages and principles together? Third, will you begin to pray and discern what a sacrificial commitment over this final year looks like for you and your family as you trust Jesus? If you're giving currently sacrificially, we want to encourage you to finish strong. If you are giving randomly or regularly, but realize maybe it's not sacrificial, perhaps it's time to give in a way that changes you. And if you are new to Rainier View or new to this journey of generosity, please consider joining us for the second half of this all-in initiative. Remember, we are looking for 100% participation, so it will take all of us. Sacrificial generosity brings spiritual transformation, which is what we desire for you, and is vastly more important than any gift we might receive from you. Giving is about worshiping God. Please join us as we all join together for Committed, Year 2 of All In.